number one, was that angels do not have the DNA of mankind. And I will add a little bit more to this as I go down. But that's point number one, why that interpretation is false. Here's reason number two. Angels are not human. Now, I know this adds on to what I was already saying, but it's important to understand that they are not human. They do not have body parts. They do not have legs and arms and ears. Angels are spiritual beings, and they deal on a whole different level. And what their essential nature is doesn't change just because they are fallen. It doesn't. So they don't have human DNA. They don't have the human anatomy. They're not human at all. They're not physical beings. Spiritual beings cannot copulate with physical beings. And in fact, where would angels get the prowess, so to speak, in order to reproduce? Angels were all created at once. They weren't born. They don't propagate. They don't procreate. Not now and not then. They never have. Angels were all created all at once. And one of the aspects of their existence is that they do not marry, let alone have sex, and let alone attempt to reproduce. So when you read Genesis chapter 6, verses 4 through 6, this cannot be talking about angels. And if you go back and look at Genesis chapter 6, verses 4 through 6, you will also see there is not one mention at all about angels. There is not one word about angels mentioned in Genesis chapter 6. And so, if I remember correctly, there's somewhere between 16 and 19 references to angels in in Genesis. So why would Moses refer to angels elsewhere in the book of Genesis, and here, when it's explicitly talking about angels copulating with women? Meaning, why would somebody come to that conclusion? Because there's nothing in this passage that says one word about angels. Angels are not mentioned. So many people like to create doctrines that come purely from their imaginations. There is nothing in Genesis 6, 4 through 6 that mentions angels whatsoever. How men have come to the conclusions that angels were having sex with women bewilders me. It's baffling. Now, it says sons of God came in unto the daughters of men. It says nothing about angels. Not one word. So I want to challenge anyone who holds that view to produce where in this passage angels are being spoken of. And for those of you who will maintain that the sons of God are referencing